Let's put some Aquaphor on, huh? Because the lips are giving dry. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, hello. My name is Jayleen Marie Cruz, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Another video where I just like ramble on and read, and we just talk about bookish things because I love to be out of reality. I'm more comfortable being in between words. Wait. Today is February 12th, and I thought since it is February and right now it's all about love, so I thought that it would be fun to read a red and pink book. I think I'm going to end up reading these at the same time. I never read books 2 at a time or 3 at a time. I don't like doing that. I usually am like a one gal, okay? One book a time. I don't want to say I take a long time to read, but sometimes there are just some days where there's no time for reading. I think I'm gonna read them at the same time just to make it easier on myself. Like I said, I wanted to read a book that was pink or red or whatever. I decided that I'm going to read The Housemaid's Secret, which in my last video it was spend a few days with me, and I read The Housemaid, the first one, because I wanted to read the second one for this video. So here I am ready to read The Housemaid's Secret. I read The Housemaid, and that book it just like starts a 𝚋𝚞𝚜𝚒 McFadden like kick, because the only book that I read before I even read The Housemaid was The Inmate, and the plot twist in The Inmate, I was like so then I read The Housemaid and I was like, oh, okay, we gotta keep going, because I guess this is like a series. I know this is the second book, and I think she has like the third one coming out. Don't go in the guest bedroom. The shadow falls on Douglas Gare. Are these books like, is it the same girls as before, or the same girl? Wait a minute, I just saw Millie. It's about 327 pages, so if we read the books at the same time, I think we'll like get through it pretty fast. I don't know. But the next book is a pink book. I've heard so many good things about this book. It is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I don't know if it's like a series, but I know first book, When in Rome. I have not read that one, and I think it's about her brother, a small town sweetheart, and an emotionally available bad boy trying to find some common ground. We love that. We love an unavailable bad boy. Everyone knows everyone in her hometown. That is correct, because I live in a like small town and everybody here knows each other. I'm excited to read this one. I think this one is about the same. 335 pages. And this could also be like a, what am I trying to say? It could also be like a cute, cleanser palette. Oh my god, I'm blanking, but like a palette cleanser. Cleanser palette, a palette cleanser like book. I think it'd be cute to read this one. And then we got a thriller, a psychological suspense thriller, whatever, mystery, and then we have a small town cute romance that will mix. We have both vibes. Let's get into reading, because I feel like every time I intro a video I just like talk. Do y'all have a Valentine's? Because I don't. Get yourself your own flowers, get yourself your own chocolates, because guess what, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, let's get into reading these. I also just did like a generating wheel between these two books, and Practice Makes Perfect was the winner, the one that the wheel chose. So let's start with Practice Makes Perfect. This is literally me. I'm only on page 6. She's like on a date right now, and he asked her a question. She like answers because she has really bad like anxiety. I love this already. We love a good character who we can relate to. I am the quiet one in my family, the one with her nose always in a book, because she prefers worlds where she doesn't have to interact with other humans. It's so much easier to read about relationships than to foster them. Less dangerous too. I can't offend anyone written into a book. I can't say the wrong thing, and book characters don't make judgments about me. I'm gonna highlight that. You guys, oh my gosh, you guys. This is like I never record myself like this. I don't know what just happened, but like I started like getting emotional for like 2 seconds. And I don't even know why. Actually, I do know why. But I don't know, I just started crying because I was like thinking about like anxiety, and like anxiety is like not linear like whatsoever. It's not, and it's different for everybody. And I don't like anxiety at all. It makes me feel like I'm just gonna talk about it for like 2 seconds. This is not the whole video, but it's not fun. Like you get so like worked up over like jitters and like anxiety especially for me. I could get it a whole day, and the next morning I could be so tired and out of it, and like reading about just like that stuff. I don't like to cry on camera because I'm literally staring at myself at the viewfinder and I look stupid. I'm loving this. I did not expect this to make me cry a little bit. Like, this is just like a small town cute, like what? Like, why am I crying? And I love how Annie talks about her anxiety. Anyway, I'm about to be at chapter 9 and I'm on page 70, so we're almost to 100. But I absolutely love Will and I love Annie. Like I said, I already love her. Like, I love her. I'm basically Annie, okay? Without the flower shop and all of that, of course. I love Will just by me of reading him throughout the chapters. I'm like, ugh. And like stuff with his family went down when he was younger. For me being on page 70, that's crazy. Like, if a book makes me cry, we already know. And if I start like thinking about it, I already know it's gonna be probably like a high rating. And then we'll move on to the Housemaid's Secret, which I'm probably gonna need practice makes perfect while we're reading the Housemaid's Secret, because sometimes mystery and suspense books just like make my heart like it'd be like beating sometimes. Beating sometimes. It is beating right now, Jayleen, but like really fast. I'm gonna continue, and I love this. I just made it to the part where Amelia, I definitely need to read the first book because we're getting backstory of like what happened with Amelia, and I forgot the older brother's name, Noah. I need to read their book because I want to get like their whole story, and I think she's like a celebrity and stuff. I mean, you don't have to read the first book, but like when it's like a sibling like type of series, I have to read it because like I have to read about each sibling, you know? Like, it just makes sense. You know how like the Chestnut Spring series, those are all like brothers. That's all I got for right now. I love this. I might as well just highlight this whole book. Every time I record myself, I feel like, oh, she doesn't leave her room. Sometimes I do. I went to go eat a little snack and then I came right back. I made it to about 105. I don't like ending in middles of chapters, so I'm gonna end Practice Makes Perfect here. I'm loving this book right now. I remember saying that I wanted to read it last year and I just never got to it. I never stick to, when I say I want to read this book, yeah, I can never stick to that. I'm loving the chemistry between Will and Annie, and the way Will, so far, you know, he makes Annie feel like she could be herself, and he just brings something out in her. I love that. And I love how Sarah Adams, what's the word, in her writing, you can tell that it is in some way important to her as well. Just, I can already feel the difference because, you know, there's so many small town like romances. This is so different compared to like maybe like Chestnut Springs. I keep saying that one, but I know I've read so many I can't even remember. I'm loving the different vibe types of like small town romances. So I love this and I can't wait to continue it. I might take a little break and then we'll start the Housemaid's Secret. It's been very gloomy and rainy and I'm not thriving. I need the sun. It's such a perfect day to read, I feel like. I think I'm gonna get a little bit into reading Housemaid's Secret. 𝚋𝚞𝚜𝚒𝚗 just has like a way that, and I haven't read much of her books, I already said this. Even just reading The Housemaid, she just has such a way of making every book an experience. The last book didn't leave off on a cliffhanger, I don't think. I think she was just like moving on to the next. 𝚋𝚞𝚜𝚒𝚗, girl, I'm a little bit scared. Why does it say that in the beginning? It says she lives with her it talks about how she's an Amazon best-selling author, and then it talks about she lives with her family and Black Cat in a centuries-old 3-story home overlooking the ocean with staircases that creak and moan with each step, and nobody could hear you if you scream, unless you scream really loudly, maybe. 𝚋𝚞, girl, what's going on? I'm a bit scared. I'm never coming to your house. But for right now, I'm gonna take a little break and then we will get into the Housemaid's Secret. So 𝚋𝚞, this is how we're gonna start. Prologue. Tonight I will be murdered. Y'all could barely see me. The lighting is bad in here. But why is this lady getting mad at Millie because the baby called Millie mama? Lady, calm down. I feel like every baby will call somebody who is not their mother mama or dada. And then she's like, then why are you telling her that you are her mother? What? What? She's taking care of your kid, ma'am. I'm on page 32, and the fact that I always have like situational like awareness in the book. Millie is like, she has a job interview. She's going to like this upper, like, I guess billionaires. A breathtaking view of the New York City skyline. So she's probably in like, she's in a penthouse of like some person, or Douglas Garrick or whatever. He's showing her around, and he starts talking about his wife. It says, Douglas stares at the door for a moment, a troubled expression on his face. He touches the door with his fingertips, then he shakes his head. Your wife is in there. What do you mean? What do you mean you're shaking your head? I'd be like, everything all right? Sure, I don't have to meet your wife today. She's not feeling well. But I expect to meet her the next day or whenever. Nah. That's right, Millie. She feels the same way. Millie feels the same way. She says, he did seem nice, but I can't stop thinking about that closed door on the second floor. The wife who couldn't even come out to meet me. As excited as I am about this job, something about that makes me uneasy. Yeah, she right. Nah, no, cause I'd leave. I'd leave so quick. Millie is going to like, she's doing like laundry. She says, I noticed that the guest bedroom is cracked open. Miss Garrick, I call out. I squint at the crack in the door. I can just barely make out a green eye staring at me. I'm Millie. I start to raise my hand and then realize it's not going to be possible while holding the laundry hamper. So I put it down. I'm your new cleaner. I start to walk toward the door, my hand outstretched. But before I can get halfway there, the open crack vanishes. The door has snapped shut. Girl, if you don't drop them motherfucking clothes and get the see that door? Use one. Get out. That is some scary shit. No. She said a green eye. That is so... But it is about 8:49. I'm gonna take just a tiny break because I definitely want to be at like at least in the 100 like mark. I can just, you know, match it up and it'd be easier on myself. I'm on page 86. I was just like thinking about this, like, because when reading The Housemaid, you know, we're meeting Millie for the first time and we learn a lot about her and her background. And I started thinking, I'm like, because she's going through stuff in this book and then there's a third book coming out. How does Millie end up like going through this stuff? Like, is she the actual problem? Like, I don't know. Because she gets so involved in other people's lives. There was just a point, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but there was a point where she sees somebody and she like goes and like, I don't want to say stalk, but like follows them. And she's like eating with her boyfriend or whatever. And she just like walks out and she goes to follow him. I would have been like, oh, that's none of my business. I have been reading. I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm tired. It's 9:55 p.m. I also downloaded Practice Makes Perfect and The Housemaid's Secret on my phone because I feel like, yeah, I have physical copies, but at the same time, if I want to pick up my phone, is when I pick up my phone I start like doom scrolling. Like, so I downloaded that. I 100% read on my phone. If it's Apple Books, if it's Kindle, I may have not even small books, but you know, a little bookshelf and, you know, not a lot of books, but I have read like a lot of ebooks on my phone. Ebooks all the way, for sure. I definitely want to get a Kindle one day. I was before, that's why I have these on. I was reading on my phone. I just kind of like got tired from having to hold this up. I made it to chapter 22, page 102. So I'm gonna stop there. You know, both of these, I'm in the 100 threshold. So far, I'm just thinking like for The Housemaid's Secret, Millie just needs to mind her business. Millie just needs to mind her business. This girl is, I just found out something. We'll keep going tomorrow. I'm loving Practice Makes Perfect. I already talked about it. Yeah, no, I cried. But I'm gonna call it a night, and then we will continue both of these tomorrow. Good night. See you tomorrow. Good afternoon. I can't say good morning because it is 11:58 and I might as well just say good afternoon. I have the books here. I'm ready to read. Woke up this morning. There was no school for my siblings. It's sunny, but earlier it was so bad. So they canceled school and my mom was sending me pictures of the mountains and I was like, Mom, be careful. The mountains where I live can get like pretty bad. You just never know with the weather now. You just never know. It'll be warm one day and then you get snow. I woke up this morning and there was just snow. I'm like, wasn't it like 60 degrees yesterday? I'm done talking about the weather now. I have my two books right here, pink and red. Yeah, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I'm just gonna spend the day loving my books. I'm here to read again. Which one should we start with? Because I started with Practice Makes Perfect yesterday and I kind of want to start with The Housemaid's Secret today. So I'm gonna start with The Housemaid's Secret. This book just gets me like going. Let's get into it. Let's get into it because I think I ended on a little like plot twist or whatever it was. Let me tell y'all something. If I know that I did something, I know that I did it. Cause tell me why. But she's just like trying to help the lady, right? And she needs to like book a car or like rent a car. She goes to the place to grab the car. Yeah, she goes there. She says, oh, I booked said and said car. The receptionist says, oh, no, you didn't. You booked this one. And she booked a gray car. And then the lady was like, no, I see that you booked here a red one. That is already sus. Because if you know you did something and she says it, no, I booked this gray car. And the lady's like, no, like you booked the red one. You're wrong. No. Because give me my car. You guys, Millie is the problem. I know she want to help, but okay, by problem I mean like she wants to help these women and these ladies, right? But she has a record already. She has a record and like her putting herself in that is just like already not good for her because she just did something. Oh my god, now she's just gonna have to like deal with it for the rest of the book. I just made it to page 174, but Millie, girl, I'm scared for you. I'm scared for you. Hold on, I keep turning off the camera, but like I have stuff to say. The relationship that she has in this book, girl, let the man go. Let the man go, because I feel so bad for him and he just like wants to settle down and da. And Millie's just like, oh, I forgot I have dinner with him. Oh, I'm just gonna go days without seeing him. Oh, I gotta tell him about this. Days later. Oh, I forgot. I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew it. What? I got the itchies. I knew it. We were gonna get a point of view. It's literally just like the last book. I made it to page 202 and I think, well, I guess 203 because this is part 2, but I made it to part 2, so I'm gonna end there. I feel like after I read the pages that I have to read for Practice Makes Perfect, I feel like I'm gonna go back to this because like now I want to know more. And I know I said we were gonna do like 100, but it doesn't matter. I just like had that in thought when I first introed the video. I'll do like 100, you know, for this book, 100 for that book, but I'm going to take a slight little break and then we can get into Practice Makes Perfect. I left off on chapter 14 and it was Will's point of view. I love Will's point of view, the way he talks about Annie. It's everything. Who else just like goes back and flips because they forgot where they were? Because that's literally me. Alrighty. Gonna take a little break and then we can jump into Practice Makes Perfect.
No, this is my vlog now. Move. Hey guys, so I got some temporary tattoos. So we get like these cute flower ones. I got a bunch of flower ones because
guys, I think I'm gonna do this one. Can y'all see?
I might give one to my friend so we can match or something. Or she can put one on. I like this one. This is pretty cute. But for the one of the big ones,
I'm gonna start reading Practice Makes Perfect and I'm just gonna read a little bit on my phone. All right. Y'all remember when I was laying down? Yeah, don't do that. Don't ever lay down to read because I fell asleep. I fell asleep for like an hour or two. It is about 4:41. I didn't make it far into when I was reading on my phone. I think I only got to like, I don't remember, but right now I was just reading a little bit in the book. Right now I'm on page 140. Yeah, so I didn't make it far. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit real quick. Will is still teaching Annie how to like, you know, date and not be so shy and just like trying to be practiced, but at the same time he likes her too, so it's like the tension is so good. Will said that she looks so sexy and that she wants to get a tattoo. She felt like that wasn't a compliment. She felt like he was just saying that. But yeah, Annie feels that way and she's like, you know, he's just saying that for practice sake and it's not, you know, it's not real. And then she kind of got like teary-eyed, so she ran out. But Annie girl, I get that. I feel like that's where I made it up to. Now she's about to have like, I guess, dinner with her brother and her sisters. This man, Will, is literally, he's on duty right now because he's a bodyguard. It's like where the area where Annie is. She's like doing like her flower booth. She's like laughing and having a good time. And he's like when she's laughing, she has her hair on a ponytail and she's wearing like just a regular shirt and some jeans. He says, I take out my phone and snap a picture of her laughing behind her booth. But like not in a creepy way whatsoever. Like it's so sweet because he just like wants her to be happy and laughing and just like he just wants her to be herself and never like shy away from that. I could cry. I just made it to chapter 26, page 205. So like I would say that I'm about the same point. I don't know because the font sizes are obviously different. This is where I am in both of the books. I don't know if you guys can really see. I calculated it on my Goodreads. Okay, The Housemaid's Secret, I'm about 63% in. And then for Practice Makes Perfect, I'm 55% in. And I feel like I've said so much about Practice Makes Perfect. Right now, she's just like, she just told her like sisters, well, it wasn't really something, but like what's going on with her and Will, because you know he volunteered to be like her dating coach. She always feels like her sisters don't like take her seriously, think she's like the innocent whatever. And yeah, I feel like I'm at that part. And then but I love Will so much, and I feel like it's so, because you know when you read about boys that have tattoos and he is described as like a bad boy, he doesn't feel like it. Like in this book, does it say that? Okay, it just says sexy, tattooed, and absolutely gorgeous bodyguard. It doesn't say anything about him being like a bad boy or anything. Oh wait, no, it does say it. It does say a small town sweetheart and an emotionally unavailable bad boy. trying to find some common ground. Okay, so it does say that at the top, but I don't feel like he's the type. But I don't get that vibe from him, like, at all. He might, you know, he's emotionally unavailable. He doesn't like to talk about his childhood. Maybe Annie will bring it out. She will bring that out of him. Okay. Just add him to the list. Okay, just add him to the list. And then for the Housemaid's Secret, I made it to part 2. Yeah, part 2 is probably gonna get into the nitty-gritty stuff. Okay, the whole book has been interesting, but the backstory and the information on how she played, I don't want to say too much. That's all I have for right now. Went out a little while ago and then we came back home and then I just started reading. I sat down because I wanted to get into The Housemaid's Secret. It is the next day. I'm back to read Practice Makes Perfect. It is about 2:38 and I want to finish it up so we can, like, you know, just finish up this vlog. And I've had a fun time reading both of these books. I can't believe we're almost finishing this book up. When I woke up this morning, I think it was like 7. I was just like laying in bed. I don't know. I was just like so out of it. Like I am every day. I woke up and I did read on my phone and I got to chapter 30 in my phone, so I kind of lined it up with the book. And I'm on chapter 30, page 260. Let's get into this. Let's finish it up, and yeah. I finished Practice Makes Perfect and it was perfect. I feel like with this one I already knew a rating, so I don't have to, you know, sleep on it. The ending was so sweet. I just loved how throughout this whole book Will literally made Annie just like shine and just like bring out a different side of herself. I already said what Annie with her anxiety and stuff like that, but I love that. I love the whole aspect of it. And I really want to read Amelia and Noah's book because I hear so much about them. I want to know how their story came to be. I just loved it. It was such a cute, easy, fun read. Highly recommend this. Pick it up. I'm just gonna think about Annie and Will. I did give Practice Makes Perfect 4.5 stars. Love. And then for The Housemaid's Secret, I gave this one 4 stars. And I actually really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one more than I did The Housemaid. I was not expecting the ending of this. I thought it was going to be completely different. Because sometimes Millie, like I said, she is a complex character. She does things where you're like, no, just mind your own business. So that's really it. I feel like I've explained a lot of my thoughts on both of these books. Highly recommend these. So good. That's really all from me, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me and reading a red and pink book for Valentine's Day. And today is Valentine's Day. Did I say that? Yeah, today is Wednesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Even if you are celebrating by yourself, give yourself some love. Pick up some books. Eat some candy, because that's what I literally did. Okay, eat some candy. All my social throw up is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.